Chris Wood further cemented his place as Nottingham Forest's talisman this season, scoring his 12th Premier League goal to lead his side to an emphatic 3-0 win over Wolverhampton Wanderers at Molineux on Monday night. The victory, Forest's 6th in a row in the league, was their most dominant performance in recent weeks and marked the first time they've achieved such a winning streak in the top flight since 1979, under the iconic Brian Clough. With the win, Forest sits third in the table with 40 points from 20 games, just 6 behind Liverpool, who have a game in hand. The parallels to Leicester City's shock title triumph in 2015-16, when they had an identical points tally at this stage, are becoming harder to ignore for fans and pundits alike. The match began with Forest showing intent and fluidity, taking the lead after just 7 minutes through Morgan Gibbs-White, a former Wolves player. The midfielder silenced the Molineux crowd by finishing off a swift counter-attack that began deep in Forest's half. Gibbs-White surged forward, combined with Anthony Elanga, and then fired a low drive into the bottom right corner, celebrating with restrained enthusiasm against his old club. The early goals set the tone for Forest's clinical display. Wolves had opportunities to respond, with Jørgen Strand Larsen at the heart of their efforts. However, the Norwegian striker endured a nightmare in front of goal. His first glaring miss came in the 20th minute when he had a simple tap-in from 3 meters out, only for Murillo to make an astonishing last-ditch block on the line. Minutes later, Strand Larsen's powerful header from close range was denied by Forest goalkeeper Matt Sells, whose reflex save was one of the standout moments of the game. Despite Wolves' pressure, their inability to finish was symptomatic of a team struggling for confidence and form. Forest capitalized on Wolves' wastefulness, doubling their lead in the 39th minute. Callum Hudson-Odoi, who was a constant menace down the left flank, produced a brilliant individual moment. Holding off Wolves defender Matt Doherty, Hudson-Odoi drove into the box and delivered a perfect cutback for Chris Wood, who calmly side-footed the ball past Jose Sa. Wood's goal was his 12th of the season, a testament to his clinical finishing and vital contributions to Forest's unlikely title push. After the break, Wolves tried to claw their way back into the match, but Strand Larsen's frustrating evening continued as he forced another fine save from Sells. As Wolves' energy waned, Forest took full control. Manager Steve Cooper's substitutions paid dividends in the 85th minute when Taiwo Awoniyi, making his return from injury, sealed the victory. The Nigerian striker latched onto a clever pass from fellow substitute James Ward-Prowse and slotted the ball home for his first goal since February, completing a near-perfect performance for the visitors. Post-match, Chris Wood reflected on Forest's remarkable campaign so far but struck a note of caution. "It's about consistency and doing what we've been doing extremely well already this season. We can't let up halfway through. It's well and truly too early to talk about a title challenge. We're just focusing on taking it one game at a time," Wood said. The striker praised his teammates for their adaptability, belief, and commitment to improving every week, qualities that have been at the core of Forest's resurgence. The result leaves Wolves in deep trouble, sitting just above the relegation zone on goal difference with 16 points from 20 games. Despite creating multiple chances, their inability to convert highlighted a glaring weakness that could cost them dearly as the season progresses. Manager Gary O'Neill faces mounting pressure to turn things around quickly, with his side now winless in 4 games. For Nottingham Forest, the victory is another milestone in a season full of surprises. Their current tally of 40 points matches Leicester's at the same stage during their famous title-winning season, sparking quiet optimism among fans that history could repeat itself. However, the team remains grounded, with Steve Cooper and his players refusing to entertain premature title talk. Instead, they are focused on maintaining their momentum, knowing that there is still a long way to go in the season. The parallels to Leicester's improbable run in 2016 are impossible to ignore. Like Leicester, Forest has built their campaign on a foundation of strong team spirit, tactical flexibility, and a refusal to be intimidated by the traditional Big Six. With Chris Wood in red-hot form, a balanced squad firing on all cylinders, and Steve Cooper's tactical acumen, Nottingham Forest are beginning to look like genuine contenders in what has already been a Premier League season full of unexpected twists and turns. As Forest fans begin to dream of a fairy tale ending to the season, the message from the team remains clear: stay focused, stay humble, and take it one game at a time. Whether or not Forest can sustain this incredible run remains to be seen, but for now, they are proving that in football, nothing is impossible.